Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Trimco number 1217P in a 619 finish. This is an angle stop for a pair of doors is what this is. Very nice fit and finish from Trimco. That pretty much is always the case, nice fit and finish, meaning the quality of the base material, the caliber of the finish over applied to the base material, the packaging, the way in which it's delivered and received, and then initial reaction when you look at it. I'm always pleased with Trimco. I'm not sure I love the exposed tips coming out of the back. Not sure I don't like it either. But nonetheless, there they are. The 1217, this is an angle stop is what it is. The S stands for single. The P, such as this, would stand for a pair of doors, meaning that you are going to install this up into the header, and you'll have one door that will make contact on this face, and obviously the other door will make contact on this face. Okay, that's how that's going to work. Let's take some dimensional properties, and while we're doing so, this is available in 15 different finishes. Suffice it to say, your brasses, your bronze, your chromes, your satins, your polished, oil rubbed, brass without lacquer, polished bronze, don't see that often, and when you do, magnifique. Black, they can do it. Being Trimco, they can actually do any finish. If you want powder coated white, they can do that as well. But lots of finishes, they list this, and suffice it to say the finish you want will be available, rather than bore you with reading all the codes off. 2-inch wide overall width. It's going to be installed like this, right? So 2-inch wide. Overall depth, front to back of the metal itself, 1.5 inches. Overall height of the piece, about 13/16. A couple of inserted rubber bumpers that are there from Trimco. And while we have this material, these are just loose bumpers that they for sure sell. I've just forgotten their part number for them, but we'll pull that up and take a look at what that is. Now, where are you going to use this? Well, where you need an auxiliary stop. Why would you need an auxiliary stop? Very common to have a pair of doors that are hung on center hung pivots that swing only in one direction in a cased opening frame, but you still need a way to prevent them from swinging in the incorrect or opposite direction. People will want center hung pivots to conceal the hardware. That, however, pretty much requires a frame without a stop, so you're dealing with a flat cased opening frame. You can bullnose the one side or the pull side of the stiles on the pivots, so the doors will actually open properly, but when you go back and put them into the closed position, what would really prevent you from pushing them too far in? Well, hopefully it's a piece of applied hardware like the 1217P, and that's where you're going to use this. If you have a single door, use the S if you like, the 1217S. There's no nothing preventing you from using the P, but it is intended for a pair of doors because you obviously have two inserted bumpers that are there. Okay. And these inserts are called silencers. They're usually installed in steel frames, and they can be installed in this application as well, which they are. That part number is a 1229A. You can buy those separately should you have so much use that these actually fatigue, which is possible. They're sold in bags of 100, however, so it's possible you're going to have several lifetime supply of that material. We should be able to sell you a couple of loose pieces if that were to ever actually come to pass. Mortising it obviously would be typical for this to be mortised up into the frame itself. Is going to include a couple of screws and a complementary finish. Are they brass? Well, they're not magnetic, so they're either stainless or brass, and my guess is that they're marginally magnetic, which tells me they may be stainless. Because stainless does pick up some magnetic properties when it's worked. Brass would have zero magnetic properties. Regardless, be mindful of what you're using in terms of the screw. You don't want to, if it was a brass screw, which I don't think it is, you don't want to strip that screw putting it in. And it's likely that they don't use brass for that exact reason, because holes generally are not pre-drilled properly, and an ill-fitting screwdriver is used, or maybe a screw gun, even worse, and you strip or break the screw. So be mindful of what you're drilling, what you're putting in. It may be a very soft material. Okay. Now, below this video are links to the template. Let's take a look at that first. That's going to give us all of the dimensional properties, certainly beyond what I've already covered. Nothing else new to review there. There's a link to the product catalog, which is handy. It will show you the 1217 along against with the other family of stops that are available, and namely the 1217S, again, just the single version, which will really only give you a modified quantity of bumpers that are there, just one. And you could certainly use them in a single door, same sort of application where you still need to have some way of preventing the door from swinging excessively in the wrong direction. There's also a link called Product Maintenance. That's just a blanket statement from the manufacturer when it comes to how to handle and maintain architectural base materials. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page, where you can pull up not only all of the Trimco products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. I'm quite partial to Trimco, and it's because I really like their fit and finish. They're a company that has decades of experience working with architectural metals, and you can tell by looking at the quality of the product when you receive it. A name that is going to also enjoy industry-wide familiarity, acceptance when it comes to trim and auxiliary hardware. Any questions on the 1217P and a 619 satin nickel finish, or any other Trimco product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.